first batch of visitors this afternoon. He says he wants to look at the June 4th incident from different angles instead of just listening to the official version. Others insisted on coming here on the first day, citing concerns that the owner's corporation of the building is suing the museum for hosting exhibitions here.
A lot of landowner association tried to stop it. So before they may have a chance to close it, that's why I come here to see it.
Organizers say running the museum costs about $800,000 a year. They estimate that admission fees can cover half of that. The rest will come from the sale of souvenirs and donations. This bookshelf here holds more than 100 publications on the June 4th incident, a topic that's centered on the mainland. Though the books are not for lending, visitors can always give them a read while they're here. The Alliance has adopted crowd control measures, allowing only 20 visitors inside the building every 15 minutes. And a group that's against the Alliance marked the opening by staging a protest today. Vicky Kong, TVB News.
Secretary for Security Lai Tong-kwok has called on the public to be more accepting of mainland visitors. This follows the emergence of a video showing a mainland kid urinating on a busy street in Mongkok. Rachel Leung has more.
An online campaign calling on mainland parents to have their children urinate on the streets of Hong Kong during the Labor Day holiday has sparked controversy. This follows anger over a video that's gone viral on social media, showing scuffles between a man who filmed a toddler urinating publicly in Mongkok recently and the kid's mainland parents. Some in Hong Kong have proposed a counter-campaign, taking photographs of mainlanders answering nature's call in public places. It's yet another example of rising cross-border tensions. Secretary for Security Lai Tong-kwok said it's hard to avoid such conflicts because of the rising number of visitors in Hong Kong. He called for calm and understanding of cultural differences.
The most important thing is how we handle these cases. With care, with understanding, and that's important. Because no one can really say that a visitor knows well of what the place he is in, what are the rules, what are the habits, how do people feel. It's really difficult because they just come here for a few days.
From a public hygiene point of view, Secretary for Food and Health Ko Wing-man said urinating and defecating in public is illegal. Ko said authorities won't be able to monitor people everywhere at all times, but if law enforcement officers catch that happening, they will take action. Under the Public Cleansing and Prevention of Nuisances regulation, guardians of children under age 12 face a $2,000 fine if they allow the child to obey the call of nature in any public street. Rachel Ling, TVB News.
An 86-year-old driver has been arrested in connection with a traffic accident in Ho Man Tin. At around 11 this morning, the elderly driver was parking his car on Victory Avenue when it ran onto the pavement. The vehicle knocked down a 40-year-old female pedestrian. It also hit another car parked behind. The woman was treated at the scene before taken to hospital. The driver was arrested on suspicion of dangerous driving causing grievous bodily harm.
Next, mass protests in Taiwan today against the construction of the island's fourth nuclear power plant. Anti-nuclear demonstrators made their presence felt on this 28th anniversary of the Chernobyl disaster. A 7-kilometer protest run was held in the morning outside the presidential palace in Taipei. Protesters also want the other 3 nuclear plants in Taiwan to cease operations. Some even dressed up as mutants in a more light-hearted display of radiation concerns somewhere. Later in the day, Ketagalan Boulevard was taken over by crowds who plan to occupy the road indefinitely. A protest march is planned for tomorrow, and anti-nuclear groups are threatening to take more aggressive action if their demands are not met. 4 research ships left Japan this morning to begin their annual whale hunt along the country's northern coast. It is the first research whaling expedition since last month's ruling by the International Court of Justice, which ordered Japan to suspend its Antarctic whaling program because it was not scientific, as Tokyo had argued. The only way Japan could continue its hunt for minke whales is by lowering its quota from 60 to 51 this year. Security was tight for the whale hunt departure in anticipation of protests by anti-whaling demonstrators. Japan's annual spring hunt for whales will continue until early June.
Flash floods in northern and western Afghanistan have killed more than 100 people and left thousands homeless. A multitude of homes were engulfed by floodwaters in 4 different provinces, triggered by 3 days of heavy rain. Authorities were seen scrambling to help survivors in the remote regions. Afghan army helicopters were deployed to fly survivors to safety. In the worst affected area of Jowzjan, more than 5,000 people have been displaced and medicine and drinking water are running short. The FBI is asking for international help to find victims of a suspected child predator who committed suicide last month. American William Vahi had worked at 10 international schools around the world over 4 decades. Vahi killed himself just days after U.S. authorities filed for a warrant to search his computer thumb drive, which is said to contain pornographic images of at least 90 boys aged 12 to 14.
Without a doubt, this is certainly one of the most prolific suspected sexual predators that we've seen, given the numbers of children, potential victims, his position of trust, and so forth, and some of the allegations and the methods that are being alleged that he may have employed while committing these crimes. This is, definitely a difficult case for us to work. Just because the suspect chose to not face justice doesn't mean the FBI is going to stop seeking justice.
All right, Chris, over to you for sports.
Is Ryan Giggs the guy?
He sure is.
All right. Manchester United stalwart Ryan Giggs met with the media for the first time since taking over as interim manager after David Moyes' sacking. Giggs, who has spent nearly a quarter of a century at the club as a player, said he was both proud and nervous about his new role. Jameson Wong has more.